And also, Rahisha, this moment, we have the leads out for all 80 seats in Uttar Pradesh.
Absolutely,
and this seems to be a very interesting turnaround altogether. Because in 2014 and then again in 2019, the reason why the BJP managed to get such a huge majority was because they managed to win the state of Uttar Pradesh. But this time around, that does not seem to be happening.
Absolutely, Saleh. With trends in, the Samajwadi Party has 36 seats, BJP 34, Congress 7, and RLD at 2. I want to take this question to our in-house guest, Mr. Upadhyay. So why is BJP trailing in Uttar Pradesh, a Hindi heartland which is supposed to be BJP's bastion?
I think this is the biggest story of this election. What kind of turnaround SP and Congress have been able to do in UP. That is, where Prime Minister has been contesting, and he was expected to win by more than 5 lakh votes. I mean, that is what, his supporters said. It looks like he's still struggling, and hopefully he will win. But the point is, Uttar Pradesh has been a big turnaround for India Alliance. So if SP is doing so well, and if the Congress is also able to put a strong, feeling there, it's a turnaround for this two allies. So, last time Congress had only 1 seat in UP, and SP had just 5. So if they are making this kind of impact there, then that shows that the BJP is is really suffering in the Hindi heartland.
That seems to be the theme at this moment. Even though the BJP seems to be gaining ground in areas where it did not have presence before, like for instance in states of Tamil Nadu and Kerala.
They're not winning seats. See, Tamil Nadu and
even
Kerala.
Getting the vote percentage up, that's a major blow, because this is something that the political pundits will talk about in the years to come. Perhaps not in 2024, but in 2029, the BJP will be a big player in Kerala and Tamil Nadu.
I think at this point of time, people are looking at the number of seats being won. So they are not winning any seats in Kerala.
We'll get to know. It's
probably
still too early.
Yeah, but
we'll get to know.
In Tamil Nadu also, they were projected to get 3 or 4 seats.
Right.
That also doesn't seem to be happening. Maybe they'll be lucky if they win 1. So, in terms of percentage of votes, definitely they'll increase. But the point is whether you are able to get, especially in a crucial time like this, when you're looking for every seat that comes in. See, in the Hindi heartland, they're not doing well in Uttar Pradesh. They're not doing well in Rajasthan. Surprisingly, Rajasthan also 13 for BJP and 12 for Congress.
Rajasthan was one of those swing states that people were talking about, because this was a state where the Congress was saying that, listen, we are not going to get less than 10 seats. And this time around, they appear to be leading in 12 seats.
But then in Madhya Pradesh, they're doing well. They're 29 on 29. So, it's quite a strange election. This is a different election. It is not the election of 2014. It is not the election of 2019. What we are witnessing at this moment, if these numbers stand, is that there is a churn that is happening. People have expressed their disappointment. Mr. Upadhyay, you've been watching Indian politics for such a long time, and this is what a lot of pollsters were saying, that listen, there is discontentment amongst the people of India. But there is no anger against the policies of Narendra Modi. So, what a lot of people were saying, that listen, we want Narendra Modi at the top, but we want to get rid of the member of parliament that we have because he has not performed. And if that were to be happening in a large number, let's say 100 seats, then that means the BJP is down by 100 seats. It reminds me of what happened to Mr. Vajpayee in 2004. Vajpayee was a very, very popular leader, very popular prime minister, and people expected him to come back to power. And then, India Shining campaign was launched, and the elections were advanced. The BJP went for elections 6 months ahead of the time, and they lost that election. So, that kind of a scenario, of course, may not materialize here. But then I think this is a warning for BJP and Prime Minister Modi also.
I'm pretty sure, considering the kind of election machinery that Prime Minister Narendra Modi, of course, has, he'll be looking at these numbers, but he'll also be looking at that figure. Agreed that 400 was the target that the Prime Minister had set for his party. He may not be reaching that. But the BJP, if it reaches 272 on its own, that's a crucial number. Can the BJP reach 272 on its own? Then they have the government.
Yeah.
If they have to rely on allies, then the allies, someone like Telugu Desam Party's Chandrababu Naidu, he could extract his pound of flesh to be a part of that alliance. How do you... It's still early days, but 290 is where the NDA is hovering, and at this moment, the Telugu Desam Party is leading in 19 seats, and that's very critical.
In the first 2 terms, that 2014 and 2019, Prime Minister Narendra Modi had his way. He could decide on who all are going to be ministers, what kind of ministries they will get, all that he was able to decide. If he is not able, if the BJP is not able to get 272 on its own, and if it has to depend on the allies, things could change, because you have to please the allies, you will have to meet the demands as far as the ministries are concerned, and it will be a different ball game. But hopefully, if they cross 272 and they don't have to depend too much on the allies, so he will be able to carry on his policies, which he has been able to do in the first 2 terms.
That will be very, very interesting to watch out for. And let me in fact bring in my colleague Dharamjot Kaur. Dharam, you've been tracking the Delhi politics very closely here. Tell us, how well is the India alliance along with the Aam Aadmi Party faring? Has the BJP's bastion been broken in New Delhi? What's happening here?
Well, not really, Saleh. I mean, from where we're seeing...
let me interrupt you there. Let's listen in to Umar Abdullah, who seems to be trailing at the moment.
टक्कर तो पहले से ही था. आप लोग तो पहले दिन से हैरान थे कि मैंने बारामूला इलेक्शन लड़ने का फैसला किया. मेरे लिए मुझे आसान मुकाबला चाहिए होता तो मैं आंख बंद करके श्रीनगर की सीट पर लड़ लेता. लेकिन ये मतलब आप मान के चलिए कि अगर मैं बारामूला से नहीं लड़ता तो हम कहीं पे भी, हम मैदान में भी नहीं होते. आंख बंद करके हम वो सीट हार जाते. आज अगर हम फाइट में हैं और जीतने की अगर कोई गुंजाइश है, वो इसलिए है कि मैंने कोई मतलब हिचकिचाहट नहीं दी. तंजीम ने मुझे बारामूला से लड़ने का जो है हुक्म दिया और मैंने लड़ने का फ़ैसला किया. मैं अभी भी मान के चल रहा हूँ कि उतार चढ़ाव के बाद जब आखिरी में नतीजे आ जाएंगे वो नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस के हक़ में होंगे. फ़िलहाल जहाँ से वोट गिने जा रहे हैं वहाँ से इंजीनियर रशीद को अच्छा खासा वोट मिला है. लेकिन जो हमारे एरियाज़ हैं जहाँ से नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस को जो है एक बहुत अच्छा शेयर वोटों का मिला है, वो तो अभी गिनना बाकी है ना. 1 लाख वोट जो हैं गिने गए हैं, 10 लाख वोट पड़े हैं, अभी 9 लाख वोट और हैं. अभी तक तो वज़ीर आज़म साहब भी ट्रेल कर रहे थे. तो ज़रा जाके पूछिए कि आप बीजेपी ने हार तस्लीम की है. वज़ीर आज़म साहब का भी नतीजा चेंज हो जाएगा, बारामूला का भी चेंज हो जाएगा ना. अब आप थोड़ा सा इंतज़ार करिए.
सर, कल चीफ इलेक्शन कमीशन ने प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में कहा कि बहुत जल्द हम स्टेट में असेंबली JNK में असेंबली इलेक्शंस रहेंगे. सो क्या नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस प्रिपेयर हैं अब, क्योंकि ऑलरेडी
इस वाले से निकलने दीजिए ना. अब इस इलेक्शन के नतीजे आए नहीं और दूसरे इलेक्शनों में आप हमें उतारने का काम कर रहे हैं. अब इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया ने हमारे ऊपर कोई मेहरबानी नहीं की. मैं तो कहता हूँ ये अफसोस की बात है और मैं बार बार ये चीज़ दोहराता हूँ कि इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया को ये फ़ैसला खुद करना चाहिए था. ये फ़ैसला उनके ऊपर सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने जो है ये उनकी मजबूरी बनी इलेक्शन करने की. ना मरकज़ यहाँ इलेक्शन चाहती थी ना इलेक्शन कमीशन. वो इलेक्शन से भाग रहे थे. ये सुप्रीम कोर्ट का फ़ैसला है जिसने कहा कि 30 सितंबर से पहले ये इलेक्शन हो जाने चाहिए. और हम अब ये उम्मीद कर रहे हैं कि 30 सितंबर से पहले जो है यहाँ असेंबली के इलेक्शन जो है वो मुकम्मल हो जाएंगे. ओके.